Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you need a sturdy armless chair and a resistance tube, which you should check by running your fingers along it like this to see if there's any nicks or wearing. Once you've checked it, place it on your chair and let's get started with your warm-up. Keep some water handy for hydration because we're going to have a couple of water breaks. Going to work on a circuit for strength. Soften your knees, have your toes pointing straight ahead, lengthen through the spine and drop your shoulders. Now brace your core muscles. Feel the core muscles right around the midsection, tighten around the midsection. Inhale, reach up, press the hips forward. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, reach up, open the front of the body. Exhale and fold forward. Keep your knees soft. Inhale, reach. Exhale and fold. Hinging at the hips. Last one. Inhale, reach. Stretching up. Exhale and fold forward at the hips. Lift up. Roll your shoulders. Now give me a squat. Sitting down and up. Hands are on the thighs to support the back. You can stand behind your chair and use it for light touch if you feel unsteady today. Sit right back through your hips. Keep your chest facing forward. 2 more times. Now reach up, alternating reaches up. Palm of the hand faces in. Shift your weight from side to side and lightly tap the toe. Reach right up, elbow forward, thumb back. 8, 7, reaching right up. Now reach across. Swivel the feet, thumb up, pull your opposite elbow back. Keep a proud chest. Press your shoulders down and back. Swivel through your feet, releasing the heels, and rotate through your hips. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Reach for your knees. Now shift your weight side to side, hinging forward at the hips. 1 hand on the hip, 1 hand to the inside of the knees. Hinge forward at the hips. Maintain a neutral and lengthened spine. Hold to the right. Sit down and back. Feel that stretch in the left inner thigh. Now lift up, pull back, and sink down. Up, pull back, opening the chest, and then open through the inner thigh. 1 more. Rotate round and press your heel to the floor to feel a stretch right through your lower leg into your calf. Lift that heel up, bend both knees, and open the front of your hip. Roll your shoulders back. Now press the heel and bend the knees. Press the heel, straighten the arms, and bend the knees. 2 more times. Press and bend. Press and bend. Open to the front. Open the knees to the side. Squat down into a big old sumo squat. Drop your right shoulder down. Drop your left shoulder down. Come to the center. Squat down, toes forward. Shift to the left. Sink and pull the elbows back. Press down and pull back through your elbows, opening the chest. Inner thigh stretch when you bend down, chest stretch when you come up. Stay down. Now rotate round and press your right heel to the floor with all 10 toes facing forward. Feeling a stretch in the calf. Lift the heel up. Dip down, opening the front of your right hip. Lift your chest. Press the heel and bend the knee. Press and bend. Press the heel. 1 more time. Press and bend and open to the front, stretching through the groin. Swivel your feet so your toes are straight ahead. Squat down, lift up, and roll your shoulders back. Big deep breath in, reaching up as far as you can reach up. Exhale, open the chest and roll your shoulders. We are warmed up and ready to go. Bring your chair into the center of your space. We're going to use it for our first exercise. Pick up your tube. I'm going to start my timer. We're going to do each move for 50 seconds. You'll have about 15 seconds in between to set up for the next exercise. Come take a seat on your chair. Sit on the front third of the chair. Anchor the tube underneath your right foot and stagger it back with the left leg staggered slightly forward, feet shoulder distance apart. Pull up to the waistline or to the shoulders for more challenge. Sitting tall, let's do a sit to stand squat. Here we go. Lift. And sit down with lots of control. Keep your chest facing forward. Push into your right leg to come up. Your right leg is working a little bit harder than your left. Can you feel that? I know you can't answer me, but can you feel that? A little bit more in the right leg. I can feel it. I hope you can too. The left leg is still doing a little bit of help, but it's mostly in the right leg. Sit down with control. One more. And come up. Take the tube and stagger it so that it's long on the right and short on the left. Let's work on your shoulder. Thumb back, palm in. Press and slowly down. Stand with your knees soft. Press up. Keep your shoulder pushed down away from your ear. Press up and come down. Exhale as you push up. You might feel a little breathy from the squats. Lower body movements tend to get your heart rate up because you're using so much muscle at the same time. Those are big muscles in your legs. Press. You're almost there. 3 more reps. Push. 2 and 1 more. 3 and come down. Now leave the tubing anchored underneath your right leg. Pull up to the hips or for more challenge to the shoulders. Rear lunge. Feet hip distance. Lunge your left leg back. Onto the ball of your foot and step in. Keep your chest lifted. Bend your back knee. So the back knee bends. There is a balance challenge in a rear lunge. So if you feel a little wobbly, widen your feet. Step straight back from shoulder, hip to shoulder distance feet. That's going to make you feel a little bit more stable. Sink down, come up. You're almost there. 1 more. Release the tension on the tubing. Anchor it underneath your left foot. Step your left leg forward and stagger your right leg back. For more challenge, place both handles in your right hand. For less, separate the handles. Left hand on the thigh as you row back. Now row. Drive your elbow back. Finish with your wrist close to the side of your lowest ribs. Press your shoulder down and pull your shoulder blade in. Make sure you're breathing. Long spine. Good. Push your chest forward as you pull your elbow back. Pull your shoulder blade in and down, like you're sliding your shoulder blade into your opposite hip pocket. So right shoulder blade into left hip pocket. Pull back. Very good. Now keep the tubing anchored underneath your left foot. We're going to do a side lunge. You can use your chair for balance if you wish. You can separate the handles for less challenge or bring them both into your right hand and pull up to your hip. All 10 toes face forward. Lunge to the right and step in. Left hand is on the thigh to give your back a little support. Hinge at the hips. Sit back. I love side lunges because they open the hips, they open the groin and build some mobility in your hips. We've got 9 exercises on one side, then we're going to do them all on the other side. Good, hold it there. Anchor the tube underneath your right foot. Step the right leg back and stagger your left leg forward. We're going to do a chest press. Pull your left hand up onto your left hip. Right hand on the side of the thigh. Chest up. Scoop. Under and up. Now, for a little bit more challenge, shift your weight onto your left leg. So this is exercise number 6. There are 9 before we do everything on the other side. You have a little break in between. Press across the body. Scoop under and up. Press your chest forward. Scoop under and up. Almost there. 10 more seconds. One more rep. Now we're going to do a squat. Step away so you've got a little bit of space to your left. So if you're right up close to your chair, step a little bit to your right. Pull the handles up to the waist, or for more challenge, to the shoulders. Step out to the left and squat down, leaving your right foot where it is. Let's try it. Squat and lift up. So it's a sumo squat. The toes are turned out and it's dynamic. That makes it a little bit more challenging, and it makes the right leg work a little harder, especially your right inner thigh. So you might feel it there. But also the front of the thigh and your glute, your quad and your glute, your bottom, are all working hard on this squat. Brace your core. So keep your abdominals tight around your midsection. That's a brace. One more. Keep it anchored underneath your right foot. Bring your left hand onto the left hip and kickstand your left foot. Do a bicep curl, hand to shoulder, hinge at the hip, press back. Bring your hand to your shoulder, lift and come down. Hand to shoulder, hinge at the hip, press back, bring your hand to your shoulder, lift up in one piece and bring it down. Working the front of your arm, your bicep, hinge forward, press back, working the tricep, the back of your arm, the bicep. But the other thing that's working here quite powerfully is your core, your glute, and your hamstring, the back of the thigh. Let's do one more. Hinge, press, and anchor the tube underneath your left foot, under the ball of the left foot. Release the left handle and separate your feet. Bring both handles into both hands, one handle into both hands. Chop up and across. Shift your hips with it, but anchor your left foot down so the tube stays secure. Pull up and across. This is a core movement. It works the front, side, and back of your midsection, your core. Also works a little bit in the glute, a little bit in the shoulders. Bring it across the body on a diagonal. Exhale each time you bring it up. Inhale as you bring it down. Last one, and release. That was our first set. Take a quick sip of water if you're thirsty, and let's go into our second set. I'm going to move my chair over it just a fraction, and we're going to do the other side of that sit to stand squat. So take a seat, anchor the tube underneath your left foot. Stagger your left foot back and your right leg forward. Pull up to the waist, or for more challenge, pull up to your shoulders. Here we go. Up and come down. Come down with control. Maintain length in your spine. You are more than halfway through today's class. Hang in there. If the reps are too much, take a break. Do as much as you can. We're working the right side of the body and then the left side of the body. So with this class, you'll notice if you have a difference in strength between your dominant and non-dominant side. It's not unusual. One more. Good. Come up and anchor the tube so it's long on the left and short on the right. Shoulder press. Thumb back, palm in. Press. And come down. Push and come down. Now you might be feeling a little breathy from the squats. That's okay. That's normal. Squats tend to get your heart rate up, especially a big squat like a sit to stand squat where you're getting such a good range of motion. That's why I like them so much. Chest stays lifted. Brace through your core. Exhale as you press up. Inhale as you lower. Big push and lower. Press. One more. Push and come down. Keep the anchor under your left foot and step forward slightly so you've got space behind you. You can anchor at your hips, or for more challenge, anchor at the shoulders. Feet are hip distance apart. Rear lunge. Lunge your right leg back and step forward. Sink down, bend your back knee. So you step onto the ball of the foot, not the whole foot. Keep your back heel lifted. Your right heel stays off the floor. Sink down. If you're struggling with balance, widen your stance. Step straight back, not inwards. That's going to make it easier to balance. Keep your chest up. 5 seconds, almost there. And come up. Anchor underneath your right foot for a row. Stagger your right leg forward and your left leg back. Either separate the handles or bring them both into your left hand for more challenge. Pull back, slowly release. Finish with your wrist right at your lowest rib. Press your shoulder down and back. Keep an open chest. Right hand is on the thigh for some support. Chest up. Drive your elbow back. Feel your shoulder blade pull in and down, so you're making a shape like an X across your back. Your shoulder blade slides towards the opposite hip pocket, like you're sliding your shoulder blade into your hip pocket on the other side. Very nice. Side lunge. Give your hand a little break. You can either separate the handles, or for more challenge, bring both handles into your left hand. Hand on the hip, hand on the thigh. Lift up, toes point straight ahead. Lunge and step in. Take a nice big step out. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. So don't allow your toe to turn out. Sit back through your hips. Keep your right hand on your thigh to give your spine some support. Sit back and lift up. Push off, nice and strong. Strengthening your left leg. 2 more. 1 more. Take the tension off the tube and anchor it underneath your left leg. Chest press. Stagger your left leg back and your right leg forward. Right hand on the hip, left hand on the thigh. Chest up. Scoop. Under and up. Working the chest on the left side. Keep your shoulders down. See if you can feel your chest muscles contracting. To make it a little bit more challenging, shift your weight forward. Now if that's too much, keep your weight central here like this. Take a break if you need to. Bring that hand across. Shoulder down and back. Almost there. 1 more rep. Very good. Sumo squat. I'm just going to move my chair a little bit to give me some space. Take a little step to your left. Hips or shoulders for more challenge. Step out, squat down, and come up. Your left leg is going to work a little bit harder than your right. Try not to push from your right leg to come up. Pull yourself up and forward. Leave your left foot anchored in one position at 12 o'clock and step back to 4 o'clock with your right leg. Sit back through your hips. Your toes are turned out, just like in the warm-up in that sumo squat we did. Almost there. This is a challenging movement. Last one. Bring your hands down. Kickstand your right leg and stand on your left leg with your left knee soft. Chest up, shoulders down and back. Bicep curl. Hinge at the hip. Press back. Bring your hand to your shoulder. Lift, wriggle your fingers and bring it down. So you're gripping firmly, but not squeezing on the handle. Press back. Hand to shoulder. Lift and bring it down. Good. Hand to shoulder. Biceps. Hinge at the hip. Lots working when you hinge forward. Your triceps, the back of the arm, works as you extend your elbow. But your hamstring, the back of your thigh, your glute, your bottom, all of your core muscles work as you hinge forward. One more time. Bicep curl, hinge at the hip, press back, pull forward, lift, and bring it down. Anchor underneath your right foot. I anchor under the ball of my foot in case you've got shoes that have a high arch in them. Separate your feet, both hands on the one handle. Pull up and down. Now you can see I'm rotating my hips. Up and across and come down. Rotate through your upper body. Your core muscles, front, side, and back are working, as well as your shoulders, a little bit in the arms as well. Very compound movement, lots working. All together. I like these compound movements. You get more work done in less time. 2 more reps. 1 more rep. Good. Take the tube and place it off to the side. And we are going to cool down. Come back close to your chair. And let's just start with some hip circles to loosen up the hips. Keep your knees soft as you circle in a big circle like you're stirring a giant cauldron. Go the other way. That feels good, doesn't it? I like how hip circles feel on my hips and my spine. Now, bring one hand onto your chair and shift your weight onto your right leg and pick your right foot up off the floor. Now you can either place it behind you on the ball of the foot and scoop, or you can pick up and hold the shin, ankle, or foot. I'm going to scooch my hand down to my foot. I get a deeper stretch. Lift up. Open the front of your thigh, or just leave your foot on the floor and tuck your tailbone, drop your tailbone down. Stretching the front of the thigh and the front of the hip. Release that, plant the heel in front of you, hinge forward at the hip, bring your hand onto your bent leg and sit back. Now point and flex the foot 2 times, hold there, go a little deeper and come up. Let's go to the other side. Just move to the other side of your chair. I'm going to move my chair to make it easier for me, for space. Stand on your left leg, bring your right foot behind, dip down and scoop your tailbone under, or for a deeper stretch, take a hold of your shin, ankle, or foot. I'm going to wriggle my fingers down to my foot. I'm pretty tight, so that's challenging. There we go. Stand tall and roll your shoulders back. Drop your tailbone. Keep your standing leg, your left leg, knee soft. Pull up and in. And then slowly release it. Bring the foot forward, plant the heel, hinge forward at the hip, and place your hand on your bent leg, on your left leg. Point and flex 2 times. Hold there, go a little deeper, and lift up. Now let's come take a seat in your chair. Got a couple of stretches for you here. Lift up and rotate. We're going to open the front of the right hip. Step the leg back so you got 90, 90, and 90 degree bend. Lower the knee towards the floor. Place your hand on the bottom of the chair. Bring your right hand, thumb back, reach up, and lean towards the back of the chair. Opening the front of your hip. Brace through your core and slowly release. Let's do the other side. Rotate round. Step back. Lower your knee towards the floor. You got 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. Straight through the front of your hip. Hand on the bottom of the chair. Take your left hand and reach up and lean towards the back of the chair. That just feels so good. And release. Come back to face forward, sitting on your chair, on the front third of your chair. Sit right up tall on your sit bones. Take your right hand, left hand on the chair, lift up and over and stretch the side of the body. Bring that hand down in between your shoulder blades. Look forward. Lift your chest. Stretch a little further down to stretch your tricep. Release and roll your shoulder. Other side, hand on the chair, right hand on the chair. Left hand reaches up. Lift up and over. Lift up and then bring that hand in between your shoulder blades like you're trying to scratch the area between your shoulder blades. Lift the chest. Look forward. Stretching the back of your arm, your tricep. We worked it, so I want to stretch it. Lift up and down and roll your shoulder. Now place your right hand on your left leg, left hand on the chair, rotate. looking back. Other side, looking back. Come forward. Take a big deep breath in. We are done. Exhale, open through your chest. Roll your shoulders. I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I can't wait to move with you again.